Okay, I want to talk about the Has-Been Hotel pilot because there's just so much to make fun of and ridicule all across the board. Out of curiosity, did the loss of Steven Universe and Gravity Falls and Voltron and Star vs. the Forces of Evil, did losing those shows somehow leave a gap in your soul on what to obsess over, and that's why everyone's obsessing and giving a damn about this YouTube pilot that hardly anybody even knew about? Like, seriously, I guess the She-Ra TV show isn't cutting the obsessive part, and Twitter and Tumblr, God needed something to obsess over. Oh, look, there's this thing called Has-Been Hotel that's trending. Let's get in on that. No offense to the creator of the show, Fizzy Pop. I don't remember her name. Kudos on the success, on doing this and the popularity, because I think last time I checked it got like 7 million views. Congratulations, but I'm sorry. The only reason this pilot got such popularity and views is because there's nothing else for the YouTube and the internet to obsess over. Like, if Steven Universe was still going on and Voltron was still going on and Star didn't suck and at the ending it was still going on, nobody would have given a rat's ass about a YouTube pilot. Not to this extent. I mean, the only reason all of you care about it is because you need something to obsess over. I'm doing it because I love making fun of you guys for liking what is... I mean, I saw the show, okay? The show's not terrible, but it's not that great either. I mean, this pilot is nothing more than throwing ideas against the wall and seeing what sticks. Because it's all ideas, all premise, but no structure. There's literally no... I literally cannot see a plan for 5 more episodes. It's literally, let's do this, see what happens, and hope for the best, if anything. Luckily, people have grabbed onto it and latched onto it, but the whole premise of this show is Charlie wanting to redeem demons. Okay, that in and of itself works by itself. Why did this show need the world building and background of once a year the angels start killing demons because of overpopulation, and then there's all these turf wars after it happens, because now I care more about that. I no longer care about Charlie and her stupid ass hotel, which in the show nobody cares about. Nobody thinks this is a good idea. Nobody wants to be redeemed, which doesn't really make any sense, because you can either risk, because there's no disadvantage of being in hell in this show, which I guess is the premise, but the only disadvantage is you could end up dying in the purge or whatever it was called, but you could avoid that if you redeem yourself and you go to heaven, and you don't have to do that. But the demons don't want to be rehabilitated. They'd rather risk getting killed. But then you have the concept of, is there any actual punishment of being killed? How do you get killed if you're already dead? But then the show acknowledges that them being demons dying in the show doesn't make any sense, because Angel Dust goes to Veggie, what are you going to do? Kill me? Will that make me double dead? Does that mean I go to double hell? So the show knows that the idea of killing demons who are already dead don't make sense, but at the same time, it's part of the basis of the premise that they die, and Charlie doesn't want her subjects to die once a year. Like, the show doesn't really have any structure or understanding. It's just an idea. Once a year, demons die. How do they die? We don't know. Because then Angel Dust goes, no, I guess you're stuck with me. Well, if you can't kill Angel Dust, so if you're stuck with Angel Dust, that means you can't kill him. But then, how do all the other demons die previously? Which means, yes, Angel Dust can die. You're not stuck with them. I'm sorry, this is not nitpicking. This is literal, basic foundations of the premise of the goddamn show. What else? And I don't mind the chaotic nature of the show, but there was this one scene that really ticked me off because Charlie's at the news station, and she ends up calling the female reporter a bitch, and at the same time they're showing clips of Angel Dust and Cherry Bomb fighting that Cobra demon, and you get that one scene where it's like that 4-part section where you got Angel Dust and Cherry Bomb fighting the Cobra guy. You got Charlie and the female reporter, and you got the male reporter on fire. Okay, I don't understand how he got on fire or why he's on fire, but you have this incredibly overly chaotic, intense scene, and then all of a sudden it's gone, and now we're in a limousine and there's Angel Dust with Charlie and Vaggie. What? No! What the hell happened? What the hell happened with the turf war? What the hell happened between Charlie and the news reporter? No idea. You see what I mean? The show is just throwing ideas without any idea on how to actually follow through or resolve, because that was one incredibly jarring transition from a two-sectional fight that just ended, and then it's like the Cobra guy comes back at the end and he's now after Alistair for some reason. Why? If Alistair doesn't even know who he is, and then you have Alistair showing this incredible power of opening up a pit and the tentacles coming out and dragging the Cobra guy. And I get the point because he's showing his power, he's very destructive, and then once that's done, it's like, so who's hungry? Well, I get the joke, but why did the Cobra guy go after Alistair? No reason, we just had an idea for a scene, so we just threw it in. And then at the after credit scene, the Cobra guy is still alive? So you didn't kill him? Then what was... Like... The show has potential, but there's no way this show was... There's no way this pilot was made with any idea 5 episodes from now, because it has no idea what. And not only that, Alistair wants to help because he wants to see people fail? Does he want to see Charlie fail? Or does he want to see the people who don't want to be redeemed not fail because they're not going to show up at the hotel? Who are the people he wants to see fail? Because if it's just Charlie, why does he need to help? He can just sit back and watch. And he goes, who's your staff? And all you see is Vaggie. And I'm going, so you have a hotel but no staff? So I get the joke and the premise so that Alistair would end up bringing his people because of Nifty and that Cat in the Hat reject. Yeah, or what? You think you can just, convince me with cheap booze? Of course you can. Oh wow, that was whatever. What am I supposed to go? That was funny. So you have Alistair. Alistair was a good idea that was well thought out and well presented, but doesn't actually have a reason to be part of the Has-Been Hotel. So the show just has it so that he's there because we like the character idea. And believe me, there's a lot of people who seem to really love Alistair. And again, he's the Radio Demon. And the Radio Demon, I love this. So, and again, the voicing and the sound effect for his voice, really cool. His 1930s type mannerism and talk is really cool. But he's a radio demon because he ended up taking over or becoming an incredible powerhouse in Hal and went on the radio to let everybody know about how powerful he was. Like the radio, because they had the idea of calling Alistair the Radio Demon because they wanted to give him that really cool voice distortion thing, but they couldn't really think of a good reason on why he has that voice. So they called him the Radio Demon and gave him this really stupid reason on why. Do you understand? It's just all these really cool ideas, but with no actual understanding on how to do it or work with it. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to tear this show apart. I really wanted to like this, right? I really wanted to give this a chance because I saw Angel Dust and I like Angel Dust. And with Charlie, it's like, oh look, another Mabel clone. And all, like, it's like 25, it's like 50% Mabel, 25% Star, and 25% Pony, for Christ's sake. Because I like Mabel, I have an affinity towards Charlie, so that was fine. But other than Charlie and Angel Dust, the other ones are just personas. They're not even characters. I mean, Vaggie is like a secondary character that's just there to support Charlie. And Alistair is just a really cool idea. The Cat in the Hat bartender is just some throwaway. Nifty is just... I like that one line by Nifty. It's like, you're all women, no offense. And it's like, for all the controversy, is anybody picked up on that little line? And then we have this whole, it's offensive and controversial because it's an adult cartoon. Give me a break. this show at best is trying to dip its toes in being controversial or being offensive. It's doing it in the most safest way it can so that it doesn't get into too much trouble. Because, I mean, Christ, South Park and Drawn Together, those are shows that, like, push limits and push the edge, and they're on goddamn television. This is on YouTube, and the best you can get in regards to homophobia is, I don't touch the gays. Oh, you spicy edgelord of a pilot. Give me a break. And then you got this controversy. I don't even know half of it because I'm just... It's like all a blur in just watching it. It's like it's homophobic against gay people. How? What are you talking about? Like the worst, like the edgiest aspect, the edgiest part in this show was when Angel Dust goes, "Don't get your tacos in a twist," and Vaggie goes, "Was that supposed to be sexist or racist?" And Angel Dust goes, "Whichever pisses you off the most." In other words, Angel Dust wasn't saying what he said to be racist or to be sexist. He said it to be an asshole, to be a shit disturber. That's how safe this show is trying to be. The denizens of hell aren't evil, they're just assholes. Okay? None of them do anything to establish that they're evil. I mean, Angel Dust kills a bunch of people. Yeah, off screen, you never actually see it. And you got, like, name me anybody doing anything evil in this show. None. You got them being, they're not even all assholes. Charlie, who's the daughter of hell, is a goddamn little pony, for Christ's sake. And then you got Vaggie, who's nothing but a supportive character to Charlie. How did she get in hell? Why is she in hell? Where's her? You know, it's like, you want to get offensive? How's this? The two female characters in this show are good. Everybody else who happens to be male and androgynous are assholes and bad people who are in hell for a reason. Vaggie isn't. You got the only other female character is the news reporter. Why? Because she's homophobic and won't touch the gays? This is your edginess that you're all crowing about. This is all the controversy you're all bitching about. Sorry, this is as safe as this show can possibly be in regards to controversy and offensiveness. Because God knows it doesn't take that much nowadays. Hell, guaranteed there's going to be more offensive and controversial comments in the comments of the video than there was in the actual show. Not only that, this is a pilot on YouTube with the hopeful intention of maybe possibly getting picked up by some network that might be willing to take a chance on it. And if that even actually happens, what do you think the network's going to do? Continue on the network with episode 2 or episode 3 or whatever? They're going to, revamp it, retool it, give it its own little, tweak it and change it so that it's going to start all over again with its own pilot from its own very beginning. All the offensiveness and swearing and sexual innuendo and all the controversial things that you like about this show might not even happen if it ever gets picked up by a network anyway. So all the things that you love about this show, if it ever gets picked up, might end up being some safe little, like they might keep the same premise, but all the things that you like about this show could easily be eliminated or changed without any, knowledge. And what? You think it's gonna be a regular series on YouTube? As far as I understood, it took 2 years just to make the pilot. So what? It's going to probably take another 6 months to a year for them to make an episode 2, if they even make one at all? I love this overblown hype and interest in something that within a month the majority of you are going to forget even exists, except for the diehard fans of whoever this Fizzy Pop is and her channel and her animation contributions. But this is a nothing pilot that may never even go anywhere. But anyway, it just seems weird how there's nothing else going on the internet apparently, so everybody's going nuts over this pilot. Just anyway, I'm looking forward to episode 2 because I want to see more of Angel Dust because he's the only character worth watching. Anyway, I'm out of here. See ya.